The president of Colombia, I guess that's the country, although it could be the university, recently suggested that cocaine was no worse than whiskey. Oh, it is the university.
It's not.
And that it, wait. And that it could be sold more safely for illegal. Does he have a point? Cocaine is no worse. Not in my experience. Cocaine was the worst.
Speaking of, do you realize what's going to happen if Trump can really, which I believe he's going to do, stop this flow of fentanyl coming in from China through our northern borders? He's literally going to make cocaine great again.
Bill Maher stepped into the exchange with the usual confidence of someone who's used to steering every room he walks into, but this time, the ground shifted beneath him. It wasn't the argument itself that surprised people. It was the reaction from the very audience Maher relies on most. The same crowd that typically laughs, claps, and backs him without hesitation did something completely different. Instead of rallying behind him, they erupted in support of Kid Rock's sharp, perfectly timed comeback. In that moment, the entire atmosphere changed. Maher, normally fast on his feet and impossible to shake, looked briefly unsettled as the room's energy moved away from him. What should have been a routine conversation transformed into a turning point, a clear reminder that even the most loyal crowd can drift when the message no longer outweighs the moment.
Kid Rock's telling you, hey,
Right. It's gotta be rougher. They used to come for the sex, now they just want your drugs. That would bother me a lot. Right? Now that the Boy Scouts of America is just going by scout, oh God, yes. This is right up your alley, or somebody. Those Boy Scouts, yes, I've seen this been in the works for years. It's such an onion headline. The whole fucking country is such an onion headline. The Boy Scouts of America cannot be called Boy Scouts anymore because it's exclusionary. Like there isn't the Girl Scouts. Like this is some sort of crime against nature that we each. People are different.
We were just talking about.
It's now scouting
In
America.
the first segment, we were talking about. What are we giving young boys? What kind of structure? What kind of discipline? What kind of education? A lot of those projects are really difficult. I was not in the Boy Scouts, would have probably never made it. But those are difficult. They have to achieve. They have to put forth effort. They have to overcome obstacles. They have to overcome failure. That's part of maturing and becoming a full functioning adult. Yeah. And to take that away is insane to say this is targeted towards young boys because young boys are different than young girls. And so the approach needs to be
They think it's funny when you fart in a sleeping bag.
To understand why the moment hit so hard, you have to look at Maher's long-running approach. He has spent years balancing on a narrow line, criticizing the far left just enough to seem sincere to his viewers, then quickly shifting to jabs at Donald Trump to reassure them he's still loyal to their side. It's a familiar routine: calm the crowd with an unspoken message of "don't worry, I'm still with you," then move on. Episode after episode, you can see the pattern. He gears up to confront over-the-top cultural trends, but before he gets too bold, he redirects the focus to Trump. It's his way of appearing brave, while never truly challenging the comfort zone of his audience. But this time, that strategy collapsed. Kid Rock wasn't moving to Maher's rhythm, and the audience's response made that unmistakably clear. For the first time in a long while, Maher wasn't steering the room was steering itself.
Should Kamala Harris run for California governor in 2026 after polls show her leading? I'm going to give that a big no.
she can run far, far away.
I'm a Viragosa guy. I like Antonio Viragosa, the old mayor. I think he's terrific.
Oh, okay. I didn't know he was in the running. I think Kamala Harris would make a great president of a university. Not that she's a bad person or a bad candidate or she's smart, but, it didn't work. And by the way, if she does, there would be precedent for this because Nixon lost the White House in 1960. And then what did he do? He ran for governor of California 2 years later. It would be the same scenario. And when he lost that one, that's when he said, you won't have Nixon to kick around anymore. And then he was president 6 years later, so maybe it'll work. You lost a crazy contest to a crazy person.
It started decades ago, in my opinion. It started decades ago with timeouts and last place, participation trophies. And sorry to put it so harsh, but it seems to me like we lost a good portion of a few generations of men who've just turned into...
Some strategists say she should try to reset her political future by launching a run for California governor in 2026, hoping the state's political landscape will treat her more kindly. Critics, however, see the move as a gamble. They highlight her uneven record as vice president and her stagnant approval ratings, which stem from her struggle to clearly define herself in the role. Mark compared her situation to Richard Nixon, who endured 2 major defeats before eventually rising to victory. But the comparison only underscores the problem. Nixon kept a loyal base throughout his setbacks. Harris doesn't have that kind of solid support. Her future hinges on the 2024 election. If Hillary wins, Biden remains a realistic option for 2028. If she loses, Harris's political weight could vanish almost instantly. A gubernatorial run could either safeguard her path forward or accelerate its unraveling.
Kid Rock, is it true that you're planning to do a gospel album?
I am. I'm doing early beginnings now, doing a gospel record with my old friend Rick Rubin.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he did one record of mine, a record called Born Free.
Oh, yeah, I know it well. Wow. So a gospel album. So how does that fit in with some of the songs you've had in the past? Like, I'm a low life. You wouldn't sing that song in church.
I might. Really, I know the 10 Commandments pretty well. In those commandments, I've never once seen or even heard a thought of one being, thou shalt not swear.
No. I'm just saying, I know this song. That song is, by the way, I love that song, and it's very funny. But I'm just picturing some of those lyrics, like, I got kids I've never seen, and their mama's 17.
I take strippers out for breakfast. You're going to have that to my channel.
I know the whole song. It's hysterical.
Meanwhile, Kid Rock surprised everyone by revealing that he's working on a Christian album with renowned producer Rick Rubin. Known for his fire, controversy, and rebellious streak, the move seems striking, yet Kid Rock offered a clear explanation. For him, faith isn't about being flawless, it's about struggle, conflict, and the climb. He doesn't run from his past, he carries it with him, and that history makes his spiritual expression more, not less, authentic. This turn toward gospel uncovers a side of him long buried beneath the noise, observant, adaptive, and unwilling to fit any predefined mold. Whether fans see it as surprising or inspiring, it adds an entirely new layer to an already unpredictable story.